Hey everyone! Today's video is very interesting because it shows a huge find that has shocked the field of archaeology. A necklace from a long time ago was carefully dug up from the grave of a woman. The tiny beads in the necklace could change the course of history in the Middle Ages. Come with us as we go back in time to find out what this amazing find means and what secrets it might hold. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get updates every week. Now let's begin. A group of archaeologists in England recently made every archaeologist's dream come true when they found something truly amazing. What they found could have big effects on the future. For Balazs, the sight was amazing because he had never seen anything even remotely like it in all his life. That necklace, now widely called the Despero necklace, was found in the same county as this one in 1860. It is likely the most valuable piece in the whole collection. This piece is so much better than the necklace on show at the British Museum that they can't even be compared. There were signs that a skeleton had been there before, even though a lot of it was broken up. But the bones belonged to a woman who was buried here between 630 and 670 AD. No one knows who she was or what kind of person she was. Even though the necklace's finding is interesting, as Balazs said, it also brings up a lot of questions and worries. A lot of study has been done because of these strange discoveries. The Victory Group, a building company, had planned to build houses in the area in the past, but those plans were shelved. They were going to start, but first, the company ordered an archaeological dig at the spot to learn more about what had been there before. Daniel Oliver, a top member of the Vistry team, has worked with archaeologists before the Harpole dig started. Simon Mortimer, an archaeologist who works as an expert for the RPS group, is someone he knows well. One of the people in the RPS group is Simon Mortimer. If what is being said comes true, it would mean that this woman was one of the first women on the island of Britain to become important in the Christian church. All of the experts say that this is the most important problem that can be found. What this find can teach us about the religious climate in Britain during the time this woman lived is another interesting thing about it. This part of the finding is very important. When he talked to The Guardian, Oliver purposely avoided giving away the exact location of the historical site he was talking about. Oliver would rather keep it that way because he doesn't want anyone to show up with a metal detector. A lot of work needs to be done by the pros before they can relax. The person who knew what they were doing was able to figure out that the body was from the 6th century, which was a very interesting time in this part of southern Spain. With this information, the educated person could figure out how old the coffin was. All through this time in history, Germanic people were taking over more and more of Europe, including areas that had been ruled by the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire used to rule the lands where this development took place. Most of the time, these people would take Roman buildings that were already there and change them to fit their wants better. However, sometimes they would build whole new buildings from scratch. From the coffin, it looked like something similar had happened in the area where the site used to be before it was left empty. Many things were stolen from Mercia by the Romans, but they also brought many new ideas to the area. Everyone came out ahead in this situation. They also moved some of the people who were living there. In the history of Los Polyrico, the first stage starts around the middle of the 1st century and lasts until about 100 years later. In the history of Los Polyrico, this time is called the pre-Columbian period. There are a lot of Roman villas in the history of the area of Mercia that were built during this time. Similar sites can be found in other places, but none of them are as big or well taken care of as those at Los Polyrico. You can find other sites that look like these. It was 2021 when archaeologists dug up Los Polyrico's and found a grave there. As they tried to figure out how old the coffin was, they found that it was from the 6th century, which is around the time that the Roman Empire was falling apart and finally dying out. It is more likely that the Visigoths used that area as a cemetery because archaeologists found a coffin there in 2021. This idea might explain why the body was found there, if it's true. This past week, Rafael González Fernández, a historian on the team, talked to Historia National Geographic about the work they have been doing. People who found the symbol on the coffin lid at Las Villaricos were interested in it because Emperor Constantine saw the city of Cairo while he was praying, and the symbol was on the lid of the coffin. They knew what they were going to find when they finally opened the sarcophagus: old bones. The experts made an interesting find when they found that the bones seemed to belong to more than one person. Even though there were only a few bone fragments left from the person who had been there, most of the brickwork that had been used to build the room could still be seen. There are a lot of different kinds of graves at Los Villaricos, which shows how much the area has changed over time. Furthermore, the fact that Los Villaricos was able to show this point is more evidence of how useful it is to study how different cultures bury their dead. That's all for today. What do you believe about this amazing find? Please tell us in the comments. Kindly share and like our movies. Always remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get new videos every day.